The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
A man, is it the power in his hands? Is it his quest for glory? Give it all you got to fight to the top, so we can know your story. Now you're a man, man. Now you're a man, man. You are now a man, you're a man. Now you're a male. Live it. What makes a man? Is it the woman in his arms? Just 'cause she has big titties? Or is it the way he fights every day? No, it's probably the titties. Now you're a male. Oh my. Now you're a male. Now you're a male. M-A-N, man. Now you're a moron.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the men's room. It's the Pop Culture Corner. I'm your host, the Appalachian American, and with me, as always, Tommy Gunn.
What's up, everybody? It is Friday. Hope everybody's having a good time. Let's get this show going.
Hey, Dr. Coffin Nails, he's in the chat. What's up?
What's up, man?
What's up, Dr. Coffin Nails?
Oh, first to
Last
comment.
but not least, the man with the plan and the Wiener Dog clan, Superfan, I'm Shawhan.
That's right, everybody. Ladies, Superfan of Shawhan and Frank are up in his house on the men's room.
Yeah. All right, it's enough playing with your wiener now.
Not too bad for a nutted wiener, huh? He's a pretty good.
Man.
He's a pretty good attitude.
Oh.
Although I think Duncan's scared of him because he keeps kind of staying away from him. He's like, "Where's your balls at, man? Where's your balls at, man?"
Already ball talk.
Yeah, always.
Or lack thereof.
Lack of, yes, brother. Yes. How you been this week, gentlemen?
Been pretty good. You know, just soggy, wet. You know, somebody's got echo.
I outed your boy. I outed Tommy Gunn to make sure he helped you with trees because I was up cutting. You remember that big one I had fall down last year that I chopped with the axe?
Yes.
Big
yes.
lift. I ended up chopping my up. So as you all were doing this lumberjack shit, I was here doing the same thing. And then Sunday I got fucking food poisoning and was sick till basically today.
Dude, that food poisoning is the devil.
It was yogurt, bro. I was finishing off the last of the big thing of yogurt, and I just hurried up, wolfed it down, drank my coffee. Oh, I was real bad Monday. Monday was my bad day. By Monday night at 9, I felt better. I was able to drink water and everything stayed down, but my sides hurt for 3 days. Dude, I was gripping the toilet so hard that in here and my elbows were hurting, dude. Yeah, it was bad. But,
dude.
Yeah, I'm not kidding, dude. And man, I'm usually all stomach, and my stomach shrunk so much that it's like it all caved in. I'm almost flat. I'm like, this is weird, man. I haven't been this tiny since high school.
Yeah, that's rough, man.
It is. Ooh. But on the positive side, I am back to eating, and my appetite's back. I can eat a saucer. I had a saucer with rib tips, brisket, and mac and cheese.
Maybe it's not Tommy. I hear echo.
I don't.
I've got earbuds in so I can hear what's coming through.
Well, I hear everything, but I don't hear an echo.
Oh. Well, that's weird. Tommy, you get your headphones in? Now It's good. Now I don't hear it.
I had this off though.
That's weird.
It happens, man. It happens. But other than that, man, we've been having storms and stuff too, man. So it's one of those, if I just dip out, it's not me dipping out. It's the usual.
Well,
I'll be back ASAP.
That's kind of what I was gonna say tonight, because we're scheduled to we're in like severe storming situation. I don't know exactly, but we're probably gonna have
some crappy weather blowing in.
Unfortunately, oh my god!
I must tell everybody,
Dad is here.
Seth, you included, and now that Mr. Lape is here, I was wrong. Horror Hound is not in Indianapolis; it is back in Cincinnati.
Oh my
in
gosh!
September.
I will be in Cincinnati the weekend before.
I know. I was so pissed because I'm like, oh, that would almost work out if it was the same weekend.
I know. I wish.
I do too, man. I do too.
One of these days we'll be able to do it.
Bro, we've got time. We got plenty of time. We'll get shit figured out and schedule. Because I want to come and hang out with you guys for conventions too. I think we're getting back to being able to do more and more conventions. Everybody is, minus the $5,000 for gasoline. That is,
yeah,
with no Vaseline.
What is Horror Hound all about? Like scary stuff?
It's so you've got horror movies. You've got wrestlers that'll show up, and then world-class bullshitters. Do you need anything else but world-class?
No, but I just don't really care for scary stuff.
It's not like there's scary stuff to see. There's masks. There's tons of crafts. It's just a big convention center full of everything.
Okay.
And then the guests are generally in horror movies and etc. Gotcha. So, yeah, but and then people will cosplay. So you'll see Jason walking around, or an actor that played Jason, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's not like, I'm not a big horror fan genre either. Ash versus Evil Dead was fine. That was different because Bruce Campbell's going to be there this time.
That would be cool to see Bruce Campbell.
Well, if you can come back the following weekend, but yeah, but no. You could crash with me in the same hotel and we'll just split it. You can just stay for free on me. But yeah, worst case, dude, we'll find some stuff. I'm really hoping there'll be like a more neutral one where like a couple of the Power Rangers you need are going to be, because that would be epic to try to get us all together, especially with Lake being in Tennessee now.
Yeah, I'll be in Tennessee next weekend.
Well, remember to text him as you drive by, but don't actually meet up to eat anything.
Right. He did try to reach out for me the one day. It was last 2 weeks ago, but we were having a yard sale and Tommy was working.
Yeah.
So we couldn't actually like step away and do anything.
Yeah, unfortunately it happens. I still love Brian though. When he turned around and goes, well, Adam's a better friend than I am. I'm sorry. That was funny. That was pretty
funny.
It was. It was hilarious. But yeah, I got an electric chainsaw because with the price of gas, I'm not going to waste gas on that. I'll just use the electric one for the bit I've got cutting up.
Nashville meetup. Wonder when. I'll be there. See, I'll be in Gatlinburg next Saturday. Yeah, next Saturday I'm leaving to go to Gatlinburg, and I'll be in Gatlinburg for a week. So, crazy thing about it is I looked at.
Can you hear me now?
There you are. Crazy thing about Gatlinburg is it's still kind of a haul for Lake to get over there to it. Because the quickest way would be for him to go north to get on to like 81.
Gotcha.
So,
Well, the good thing is Lape will be eventually settled in, and we've got, the whole summer's ahead of us. And even if we don't get to it this year, look, Tommy's got a penis next to him.
Does look like a penis. He is muted.
Yeah. But it's a kitty.
It's my kitty.
Yeah. He's got some putty tat. Yeah, I mean, we'll get it figured out, man. With you, with the newborn and everything, it kind of, it changes, as we all know. Lape can speak for it. Tommy can too. It's just priorities change, and we'll get it figured out, man. One point or another, with plenty of notice, so everybody can meet up. Because I remember Echo Base Network was doing something in Tennessee. Coming up some point this year. I know there's like a Dragon Con coming up in Ohio in Ohio, but up in Cleveland, I think. James Clark, the artist, had sent it to me. I got to look and see if I can make that. But yeah, it's really hard with gas price, and I got a Prius, but when I put $35 in my Prius and I fill up 3 gas cans and it's like $70, there's a problem there.
Why is there 2 Lapes?
Well,
Lape. Oh, there goes one Lape.
But yeah, man.
That was Lape's evil twin.
Yeah.
He's called Channel Paul.
Lape and Blape.
Heck yeah. But yeah, I mean, other than that though, guy, I mean, anything crazy in your areas? Because I mean, I've got a lot that's been going on around here lately.
No, man, just been working,
Just the usual.
Yeah, just the usual.
Yeah.
I was having so much fun last weekend, guys, just out in the yard working, getting everything caught up. It was that perfect 70-degree weather, man. Not too hot, not too cold.
I did get the special edition Batman box Blu-ray.
I'll be honest, dude, I didn't even realize it was out.
I didn't either. I was just walking through Walmart the other night and saw it and was like, "Ooh, hey."
Sweet. What, if you don't mind, what'd it run?
35.
Well, that's not bad.
It's a 10.
Yeah.
So it's metal. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. I'll have to go get me one of those. I enjoyed the movie enough. I don't mind owning it.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
Heck yeah.
Has he got a motorcycle?
Yeah, I think it's yeah, it's Cat. No. I think it's Catwoman. Because it's got boobs.
Yeah.
So it's a woman, I think.
Or Batman.
I'm not a biologist.
Last I checked, but you don't want to ever assume.
Right. It's got some kind of display thing because it's got a I haven't read the instructions yet, but there's some kind of display that pops out of it or something that you can like put up. So
well, that's cool. Well, yeah, I mean, come on. Yeah. Heck yeah. No, I do, dude. I positively hope that we can get back to being able to go have fun and hangouts and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we will anyway. I mean, worst case, I just come down for the weekend or 4 or 5 days once everything up here settles. But we got a lot of puppy runs coming up here in about 2 weeks. So, but I don't have anything south. Everything's basically east.
Oh yeah, that's the funniest funniest comment of the night. Double the lape, double the anus.
That's right. Double the lateness. Heck yeah.
Oh, Dr. Coffin-Nails, you should just jump in here. You're off camera, so nobody's going to see you.
He might be with the babies, though.
Oh. He sent me an email.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Good dude. Had a pretty decent, I'd messaged you, been a little bit on YouTube here and there, having fun, man. Just trying to have as much fun as possible. Have you ever seen Love, Death, and Robots there, Seth?
No, what is it?
Animated series on Netflix. It's really fun. It's different kinds of animation, but season 3, there's this one episode that's not very long that I was like, man, we really need to see this one because it's kind of like a video game, like the Lemmings is what it looks like, but it's cars and stuff, and it's like a Walking Dead version. I will DM you which one exactly it is. It was so, even if you just watch that one, I think you'd like it. And then there's another one but it's just a bunch of different takes on sci-fi and animation that's done, I feel right. Very good stories, a lot of fun, not very long. Seasons aren't very long. Some of the episodes are 10 minutes, some are 5. You know, it's really a whole lot of fun. Again, like I said, I done the Better Call Saul season 5, got through that and enjoyed it thoroughly. So they could possibly go about another year or so, and then they've caught up on the timeline of The Walking Dead. Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad was good.
I liked Breaking Bad, but it wasn't nothing that I like didn't. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
It was there, but it was there, and you watched it, and you were done.
Yeah,
I got it. Respect. It's okay.
I don't feel like there's much rewatchability.
Nah, it was a good story. It's just not one you want to keep watching.
Right. Once you hear it once, it's kind of like, oh, okay, well, cool, all right.
If you do like the Better Call Saul, though, it kind of does tie in because it's been so long since you've seen some stuff. Not all of not that you got to go through all of it, but a lot of the stuff, like with the cartel and stuff, ties in more with Better Call Saul with the prequel stuff of the backstories and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, again, it's to each their own. Like, you know, you two are huge on Power Rangers. I'm not. Better Call Saul was great to me. I love Breaking Bad. I can sit there and rewatch that from the beginning end, just like I can Walking Dead. You know, it's just something I thoroughly enjoy. But I fast forward through all the dull shit with his wife, or like the stupid.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
I just fast forward, like when I see her on screen and you see this, it's like, okay, there's there's Jesse Pinkman right now yelling, yeah, bitches. So or they're doing whatever, stealing this or doing that. But yeah, it's not like I have to sit there and rewatch all of it, I mean, I've got it on DVD too, but yeah. I understand it.
I watched the first episode of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
For a good starting episode of the season, I give it a B+.
Is the whole series out, or are they only doing it episode by episode?
They're doing half of the season is out now. They broke it up into 2 parts.
Oh, so yeah, I won't watch anything until the second part comes out because I'm not wasting. I like to just sit there and watch it all. That's how you discuss Breaking Bad. That's how I feel about Stranger Things. Loved season 1. Season 2 was a little bit lacking, but it was still good. Season 3, not so much. Watching Rudy die was the best part of season 3.
Yeah. That's like, because I was thinking maybe I should go back through and rewatch the first 3 seasons just because, it's been a long time since I watched it. But then I'm sitting here thinking, like, do I really want to just go back through and watch this crap?
Like, what do you know?
Yeah.
Sorry, Tommy. But Seth, I got this because of you,
Yeah.
This was so awesome. I got both of them, the first one and the second one, and never found the third one. And I'll be honest with you, I would probably buy the third one, but it would just be to complete the set, not that I really would ever open it. Like,
Same.
season 2 isn't open. Season 1 is, maybe I got that backwards. But either way, I enjoyed 1. I enjoyed 2. It just kind of felt it's gone downhill every season, and maybe this one will be different.
I didn't hate season 2. Season 2 had some really good points, especially Sean Astin. But other than that, I feel you on some of it.
Yeah,
I will say they went less woke with this.
Well, that's good because the season 3 was pretty rough.
I will say its first episode wasn't woke at all. So, everything seemed normal. It's your... how much y'all know about the new series?
Nothing. But here's the
yeah,
thing.
we haven't watched it.
Depends. It depends. That's why I was kind of like half the topics we were going to cover. Almost everybody hasn't seen stuff, so it's kind of not. I mean, it's great you got to see it, but I was like, oh, Tommy will probably catch Kenobi, so I didn't expect you to go with Stranger Things, and I know Seth, you got tied up, and that's fine. But I was just like, all right, and then without everybody seeing it, it's kind of pointless, other than say, well, there's a little this and this and this. Hey, Tommy, I take your word, like you had said with Sweet Tooth. Yeah, man. So
which Seth hasn't still seen yet.
Yeah, but. I mean, I'll watch it, but I'm kind of like you are, Seth. I almost want to go back. I mean, maybe not season 1 or 2. I just didn't like the way the 3rd season ended, if I remember right. But it's been so damn long. I really don't remember, Seth.
That's it. That's the way I feel about it.
Well, the only reason I was going to ask is, do y'all know what timeline this is based on?
Tommy, I've watched nothing on it.
Oh.
What do you mean
goes
timeline?
by the books, like, when is this supposed to take place?
I would hope right after the 3rd season.
Don't tell. All right. Well, I think you're kind of leaning into.
That's what I was asking. I didn't know if y'all knew from not just the clips and stuff, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't get a chance, man. And again,
good.
I mean, it happens. Sometimes we just can't. It's a lot to cover with that much, popping all at once too.
Well, I hate it because, like, you'll have a dry spell of no movies whatsoever, and it seems like they all come out at the same time, and it gets aggravating.
It does. It does. Speaking of movies, though, anybody down for the new Maverick movie? I don't give a shit, but I've never seen Top Gun. I played the video game.
I've never seen Top Gun. Well, I've seen it
on TV.
I've seen it on TV, but it was like, I was so young, I didn't care.
It's dude. It's the same thing because it was like a mid-'80s movie. I think it was just like there was other shit I watched than that. I remember the Nintendo game more than anything. I'm just not a big Tom Cruise fan either. I can take it or leave it. But I told Mr. Peabody, my friend from Australia, that, if he wanted to watch it, I'd watch it with him, something like that, only because I know how much this dude loves planes and stuff. But it's that same thing. It's really not anything I cared about, although I know other people that were really excited for the movie. My thing was they bent the knee to China, so I'll never see it. They changed shit in the movie for China. The reason I went and saw Doctor Strange 2 is they didn't bend the knee to China. They gave him the middle finger. So I didn't mind giving them $5 for that.
Oh, yeah. But I think more, which we may, the way things are looking, we may see a lot more middle fingers to China.
Yep. Now, if we could just get it going for Ukraine and give us our money back, we wouldn't have half the issues in the U.S. So that money could have put police officers in every school in the United States of America so that things that happen in Texas and other places don't happen. But we're worried about Ukraine. Yeah, sure. That makes sense. But, what do we know? We only pay these fools. Gas prices are crazy. Oh, the formula thing. Has your guys' formula stuff starting getting better?
A little bit. Just barely. I mean, just enough to be like, okay, well, we're good right now.
Really pissed me off to find out that the big plant up north is the reason that what happened, and it was because of probably dirty employees that shouldn't even be here and working, that don't know how to use toilet paper and wash their hands is what caused the issue.
Wow.
Yes.
That's gross.
That's disgusting. All I can say is, ladies, God gave you those boobies for more than us to play with, and just feed your babies with your boobs.
Well, that's a touchy subject for some people.
It is, but they make breast pumps for a reason. Just saying.
Well, that's good if it will work.
If it works. Exactly. I'm not saying it's for everybody. But if you can't feed your kid formula, you better figure something out.
Because I'm telling you one thing, like, Facebook has done nothing but make me mad over the last couple weeks with this, because everybody and their brother's like, I don't know why women just don't do this. And I'm like, my wife's sitting over here like fuming.
Well,
it's Facebook though. That's what they do. Like
I
me,
know.
I don't care. My ex-wife couldn't breastfeed. You know, she tried, but she couldn't. Her nipples wouldn't stay hard. I'll say it. It didn't work. And sometimes that happens. But you do have some women that could do it. They're just too lazy and won't try.
Well, that's true.
You know, that's where I'm more at. I mean, there's always,
right.
Yeah, man. So, but like you said, I mean, if I were to, and the reason I was asking is because if I start seeing stuff here, I'd message you, and if you said, "Yeah, pick it up," I'd pick it up and send it to you. I don't want little man going hungry. You know, if for some reason I start getting it here and you guys don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, luckily he's at the point now where he's on it at nighttime and has moved to he does have a milk allergy, so he can't really have a lot of dairy stuff. He can have Lactaid, which is what we kind of use.
Right.
It's a lactose free.
Yeah, I was lactose intolerant really bad, and then I finally grew out of it.
Well, the sad, Tommy, you're old school too, but you know what the sad thing is for these formula people, and they're going to hate it. The best thing you could give your baby is goat's milk. I mean, if they can have milk, like you're saying, Sam.
Yeah.
But it's back in our era, myself, back in the 70s, that's what they did. They gave babies goat's milk sometimes, and it worked.
Hey, what was that show that you said to watch?
Love, Death, plus Robots.
And Sweet Tooth.
Nah, I probably won't.
You would enjoy it, I think, if you got into it.
You would. You really would. It was, it's me here. It was a good show. And Tommy was right. He just wasn't very good at explaining it, but it's okay. It was a really good show.
It's hard to find shows without wokeism, and I really couldn't find any.
It's in there, Tommy. It depends on your definition of wokeism. If it's got a woman in it, some people consider it woke.
Right.
So, really, like, you're right. I'm agreeing with you, Tommy, on what we consider woke. You are 110% right, sir. But there's going to be some asshole that's going to say, no, it's woke. It's got a woman in it. It's just never ending.
Oh, yeah.
But I did agree, even when I first watched it, I was like, you were right. Everything you said, yes. It was a lot of fun. And then it ends and you're like, WTF, man. I want like 10 more of these now.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we got to wait another couple months for that. We've got The Boys. That's coming up. I can't really think of anything else that's coming out.
When does The Boys come out?
The 3rd.
Yeah.
June. I do believe. I know it's right at the beginning. But yeah. I don't know though. There's not really much else I've been looking forward to. I mean, like I said, I want to I remember season 1 and season 2 pretty well. Season 3, not so much. But then it's like, what is it, like 10 episodes on Stranger Things?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's 30 hours just to get into 5 episodes? So 35 hours, basically, give or take. So, I don't know.
Dude, the trailer for Love, Death, and Robots looks interesting.
Dude, trust me, those little robots that you see, it's season 1, they're there. They're in season 2 and season 3. It's great, dude. It is a lot of fun, and they're short. R.I.P. Ray Liotta, because we lost him.
Oh yeah, that was sad.
Yep. Countless movies, man. But yeah, it's getting to be that time, man. It's just sad. You're seeing your heroes and actors and what, we're at that age where life stops giving you stuff and start taking it. In the Hollywood era, especially with elder actors and good movies and TV shows and but I mean, Tommy, you're saying it was pretty good, so I do have faith in you, when it comes to that. So I feel a little bit better about going. And I mean, okay, what's your opinion on the fact, should we rewatch the old stuff, or would we be all right just kicking off episode 1?
They did a great job with the recap before it starts.
Okay, cool.
They did do a great job on the recap.
Awesome.
I will say they do a lot of flashbacks from season 3 and 2. I didn't see any really from season 1 yet.
I don't really think there's too much need to go all the way back to 1 though, because once you get into 2,
Oh yeah.
Wasn't 2 more about that was when they were in the upside down, trapped in it?
See,
and then 3 was when the upside down attacked our world, right?
yes, something's off though, and I'm not going to go into detail, but I don't think it's the
how
same.
far have you gotten into it?
Just season 1.
I mean, what do you
First
mean
episode.
season 1? First episode 1?
Episode 1.
Okay.
And with episode 1, it doesn't seem like it's the same monster. Like, it don't seem like it's the same. Like, it doesn't seem like the same villain. It seems like they're fighting something different this time.
To me, because when 3 ended, the sheriff disappeared, but then we find out he's still alive. So, I mean, you could play off that, and I don't know if they do or not, but that would be a good one where now the sheriff is the bad guy because he's been, and I don't know if that's the case, but that would be kind of cool.
I'll give you a slight foreshadowing. If you like Walking Dead, you're going to love the first episode.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. So that was the other reason I was kind of intrigued and asked my question, because I'm like, if I really don't have to, then maybe I'll check it out, because I'm not a big fan of these par seasons when it's only a 10 episode season. That's horseshit.
Well, I'll tell you what pisses me off though. Is I've been watching Halo every Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
Every Thursday night. And it's episode 9. Master Chief dies in episode 9, and they skip this week's episode.
No, that's it.
That
was over.
It's over.
It was over?
It was only nine episodes.
9 episodes.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh, that's a big FU to the community.
Yeah, dude, it's over. I mean, season 1's over.
No, they need to hurry up season 2 because it's too big of a cliffhanger.
Well, you need to watch. I started watching EFAP's coverage on it, and man, the show makes no sense.
I get that, but the last episode, they go straight for the visor. You see it just like you would playing the video game. It looks amazing. Storytelling sucks, but I still can get that feel of when I was younger playing the original Halo.
Well, yeah, they got you attached with nostalgia about it. Like, I've got nothing on Halo. Never played it, never watched any of the... I mean, didn't they have animated movies, or am I wrong?
They did have a small run of... It was basically different types of anime, though. Kind of like that Love and Robots thing.
Yeah.
They did different genres of it, and they told different stories of different Spartans. And it was decent, and they tried to make a good series or movie, but they would only do like 3 episodes or 4 episodes and stop. And so that's what makes me afraid about this. Are they just going to stop it with him dead?
Well, apparently they've already greenlit a season 2.
Okay, good.
That'll make Tommy extra happy.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even know it ended.
This is true.
Like, who stops at episode 9?
Well, I mean, look at,
Halo.
Yeah.
She-Hulk.
Stop with the episode. Go to 10.
Well, that's how it should be.
Good season.
Yeah.
Either 10. If you're doing a mini one, do 5 or 6. But if you're going all the way to 9, you might as well go to 10.
Brother, remember when episode or seasons used to be like 25? Like, let's get back to those days.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get these mofos actually working and having to give us good entertainment and not have to wait for a second season that when you get 3 seasons together, it really isn't even an old school 1 season. And
I will say Call of Duty, the Warzone, has lost 50,000 players. No, 50 million players. 50 million people have stopped playing it. And
might I ask why?
It's the same maps, the same game modes, and stuff like that. They really haven't pushed for anything new. So their idea, everybody's wanting new maps, new guns, more of a balanced gun sheet. So someone that spent a lot of money doesn't just go crazy and is able to win everything. They just added Godzilla and King Kong to it. That's all they added.
Well, I mean, that could be, sorry about that. That could be fun, but I mean, could there maybe be a newer version of said game coming out though that would then take its place? Or am because I don't know anything about this game.
So, Warzone, Call of Duty Warzone is a free game. It's free. You can just download it and play it on your computer. You can play it on your PlayStation or Xbox, and you play online. When you buy Call of Duty now, when you buy the new Call of Duty games, you put it in your game system, and it adds new content to Warzone for you. But you still get a campaign with the disc. Warzone, you don't get a campaign. It's just online playing. It's a good idea, but if you want to actually... If you actually want to be able to really play the online, you got to pay money.
Right.
And see, I hate that.
I'm so sick of it. Like,
right.
That's why I don't like. That's why I don't like playing online games. Is because of that. Like, it's just boring. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to keep buying like my way into it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm the type I can get bored with the game real quick and never play it again. And I don't want to get like real hyped up about a game, buy all the stuff for it, for Inside Gaming. And then if I get bored of it, or it's nothing to show for it. It's just money wasted then.
Well, and my biggest issue is if you buy a game, why do I got to buy all this DLC shit? It should be included in the game anyway, whether you're upgrading or not. I already bought the effing game.
Oh, yeah.
I already bought that mother trucker. So what's up with that?
They basically took what cell phones used to do. Cell phones offered a lot of free games, but for you to get past a certain level, you had to spend money.
Well, I mean, think about it, Tommy. We used to get demos for free. I mean, granted, it wasn't the entire game, but you got to at least try it out. You know, try before you buy things.
Oh, yeah.
And I always enjoyed that as a earlier gamer and whatnot when that stuff started happening. But I mean, you know, I haven't. The last, you guys are gonna laugh, but the last thing I bought myself was the Lego Villains game used because it'd been out for a couple years. You know that. And I'd only ever played one chapter, but, you know, I don't, you guys know I don't game much. And I would if I could see better, you know, but it also takes a lot of strain on your eyes. And I got to be careful of that shit. I don't want to be completely blind.
Yeah.
You know, and so, and I mean, you know, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I'd like to do. And you've always been kind and understand, you know, like you were saying, yeah, Adam's got, you know, there's shit different with Adam. Y'all got to understand that. And I do appreciate it because I would love to just sit there and play games and do that stuff. I just can't. It burns out my eyeballs. So, or my eyeball. So yeah, it sucks. But yeah, man, it just sucks to hear that because it shouldn't be that way these days. You know, they should be giving you more, especially since games cost 3 times as much as they used to. I saw that WWE 2022 and it's like $130, $150. I'm like, there's no way in hell, man. I won't spend 50 on a game, let alone 150. So no, sorry.
Yeah. Games just, I don't know.
What's your feeling on 5 though? PS5. I mean, are you interested, intrigued, or are you like me where you're like, no?
I want one, but there's nothing yet. There's no games yet that make me just want to like go after it.
Gotcha.
I'm not impressed with the new consoles. I just feel like we got maybe a little better picture, but it's the same thing. I mean,
but realistically, there's going to be a point where it's like you can't get a better picture.
Yeah,
well, we're pretty much
so what are they going to do?
You can't see past 4K anyway. So, You know what I mean? It's like your eyes literally can't see past 4K. So that's it. You're done. What's next? Is it going to literally be the game in your freaking eyeball, like that thing you were playing, Tommy? Your you know what I'm talking about? Your goggles.
Oculus.
Thank you.
It's destined to go that way.
How
maybe
long
not
before...
not that set, but like more people are wanting to get into where it shows it on your glasses, to where
like
you put on your glass. Yeah, and they're getting better and better with them. They're not as bulky, but they still need to slim down for them to look that everybody would like. A look that everybody would like.
I mean, I'd be Matrix style would be kind of cool. I mean, not literally, you know, but something along those lines would be neat where you're sitting, you know. But again,
Ready Player One, I would love.
Gotcha. I haven't seen the whole movie. I just seen a little, you know, a couple shots here and there and previews way long time ago. But I get the concept. So yeah, I got you.
I do like the way they add. They're trying, like, you can be anything in the movie, like, and weapons are unique. Like, there's a weapon, it's called the Chucky doll, and you throw it like a grenade, and it's just a Chucky trying to stab anything in its way.
Okay.
And it's stuff like that. And, like, they have a full group of people dressed in Spartan from Halo uniform. You got the Iron Giant in it. You got Godzilla in it. And you got the DeLorean, which I thought was the best part.
I mean, it is until you realize the DeLorean isn't that fast.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is DeLoreans were slow. Were extremely slow, and they were heavy.
Yeah.
Someone tries to but it's a cool looking car to me.
Mm-hmm.
Stainless steel. I feel like Elon Musk would have made it though if he lived back in them days.
Oh my goodness! You just said the magic word. There's a shot in the movies or the cartoons I'm trying to get you to watch where there's going to be a part where his name gets brought up, and I expect when you watch that, at least a text message, Seth, because you're going to lose your shit laughing. From the Love, Death, and Robots. It's
Elon Musk?
Yep. Yeah, there'll be. I'm not spoiling anything, but you're going to see something, and something's going to happen, and all of a sudden they're going to go. His name will get brought up, and you're going to start laughing when you see it, and that's what I want the text to let me know if you thought it was as funny as I did, because I lost my shit. I busted the gut laughing when that shit happened. I don't want to ruin anything because it's at the very end of an episode. It's a short one, but it's good stuff, and it ties in from season 1 and seasons 2. The bits kind of keep going with the 3 robots that you see together at the very beginning of season 1. It's like a 4-minute, and like you said, what you were watching, it's those 3 little robots. It's hilarious. But yeah, it's got to do with Putty Cats and all kinds of stuff from season 1, and it just continues to get better and better because they're so small and it's so separated that you don't get tired of it. Because you could probably get sick of it, but the writing's real well. I've enjoyed it. There's an episode in season 2 I did not like personally, but it made. I mean, I understand it. It's just a cartoon, but I just there was a few of them, and I think you'll probably feel the same way. Which, you know, if you guys watch it, you know, we could have great discussions. I've got a lot of people that like this show that I know too from other channels and other areas too, but. Yeah, I don't know. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's anime, and I think it's really good anime. Raquel, Super Saiyan Girl, has seen, I think she's seen a few of them. She hasn't seen all of them. But you don't even got to watch them. It's not like you have to watch them in order. But, you know, I don't know. I've had a lot of fun with it, man. I really have. Crazy space adventures and crazy pirate ships and overseas adventures to... You know, all of a sudden there's a real short one where it's kids with Santa Claus, and then wait till you see what really happens. It's just nuts.
So, how are y'all feeling about the whole thing with Congress and the UFO stuff?
What are you talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'll send y'all a link.
Just tell us. I'm not going to read nothing.
Well, it's a video, actually.
Well, we can't really watch it, so just tell us.
So, they're releasing videos like crazy of stuff in the sky.
So?
That they have found triangles that can't... that's literally floating above us and stuff like that. And like they're going through what to do if such and such. They go, if blank comes down, we do blank. Like they're reading what they've wrote, and they've scribbled out what they would do.
Right,
And
redaction.
everything. Redaction, over and over. And like, it is crazy how much footage they're releasing right now. And I don't understand why they're releasing it.
Really?
Because they gotta have a distraction.
There you go. I was gonna say, come on, Thomas.
That's
McGovern.
Exactly.
That's why I'm
You
getting
heard
at, like,
about-
what's the distraction?
Because you heard about all the arrests made beginning of the week, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, there were 16 investigations in Arizona.
Oh.
Yeah, for you know what.
And not to mention the other things that were happening, like what just happened in Texas recently.
That thing in Texas is
set up.
It's a setup to cover
It's
that
a setup. I feel the same way, dude.
They needed a quick setup. Hey, don't pay attention to this.
Stupid question. You boys are in a different state. Now, in my state, you cannot buy a gun at the age of 18 legally. You have to be 21.
You can buy a rifle. You can't buy a handgun.
See, that's what people don't realize. Yeah, he may have bought the 2 rifles, but he didn't buy the pistol he was carrying.
Well, then again, where the fuck did an 18-year-old get all that money?
Yeah, he had an F-250 and everything.
Did you see the meme I posted this morning? Oh, it was like, how does an 18-year-old get 2 $5,000 rifles and a $70,000 F-250?
That one scope was what, like almost $1,000?
And he had full body armor.
Like the guy in Vegas that supposedly hauled up all the weaponry and only was the only one shoot. Yeah, bullshit. We're not stupid. We don't fall for the media stuff, guys. I'm sorry. We just don't.
Someone
and
told
if you
me
do, you're an
that
idiot.
The guy that did Robot Chicken is in trouble. Is that true?
Seth MacFarlane's in trouble because he's the one that did. Or Seth Green. Yep, sorry. Wrong one. Wrong Seth.
Yeah, they said Seth Green's in trouble, that he's part of the ones getting locked up for certain things that we can't say on here. I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what happens though when you go by hearsays, you know. And I mean, you don't really have a choice if you really believe everything on the internet, you're an idiot, you know. And I mean, unfortunately, look at what we've got going on. We've got money going to Ukraine that shouldn't. Soros is okay with Ukraine. If that doesn't tell you there's something wrong with the world and Ukraine, then again, you're an idiot. I don't know
Nancy Pelosi went there to hang out with them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's just, you know, can we just get through this shit finally and then just leave us alone? Because I don't know, Seth, if you caught that big rant. I went off on the personal rant about insurance.
Maybe.
So it was a few days ago, and it was just, here's the thing. I placed my normal monthly order again. 9 days later, I still hadn't got my order. Then when I call them to ask them what's going on, they're like, oh, the insurance company messed with the prices and blah, blah, blah. Supervisor has to fix. I go, it takes 9 days to do this. And I don't get a phone call. And this is during that time frame I was sick too. So of course I was sick, you know, for 4 days, basically trying to get back to normal. And I'm like, oh, wait, you know, hey, where's my stuff? And of course I'm fine, guys. Don't worry. But why is it me? Why am I always having to fight to stay the F alive? You know, just give me my supplies, please. Isn't that your job as an insurance company?
It's because they don't care.
Exactly. I know they don't.
There's no
F's given.
No, I mean there's nothing. I'm trying to think of the word. What's the word I'm looking for? There's no responsibility.
Yeah.
There's nothing, like, they don't care.
Nope. If you don't take care of it, you don't get your shit. That's on you for not calling and telling them. Yeah, that's how I feel.
But it's just ridiculous. Like, have a little compassion. Like, some people don't understand I absolutely hate automated systems. Just let me speak to somebody. Let me get my question done. It'll be done in like 5 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And don't tell me you don't have people on the phone. You can work from home and answer the phone. So don't even try that one. And my biggest issue is I feel bad. I'm like, okay, look, I'm not generally giving an F for other people. Like when you made the comment you made, and I respect you, Seth. It was nice about the baby formula, but to me, it's like my baby ain't going hungry. F you. You should have been here and got it before I did. But that's just me. But something like this, I feel bad. This is where I feel like you, especially for the elderly or somebody. The government needs to step in, the government, the states, whoever, somebody needs to step in on our behalf and make it illegal for these insurance companies to do this stuff for people like myself with diabetes, people with HIV, people with any kind of allergy where you need the EpiPen. They should not be allowed to kill us by not giving us something as simple as the stuff that we need in the first place.
Well, see, yeah, I agree with that. You realistically, do you need somebody to, that the government has also screwed the situation because the government has made it easier for insurance companies to price gouge, which brings all the payments and costs for all this stuff up because insurance will pay for it. It's stupid. Like, I mean, I understand people are in business to make a buck. I get it. But you should have reasonable profit margins. You shouldn't sell something so astronomical that it's unattainable, but through insurance because insurance will cover it.
Right.
My biggest fear is, and this is just from my point of view, I had insurance before Obama came into office. And then after he screwed up the healthcare, government stepping into healthcare, ruined it for me, ruined it for a lot of people.
Tommy, it ruined for everybody because then the prices went through the roof.
That's why I say it's got to be careful for the government to touch our insurance.
They need to be out of our insurance, but they need to be behind the people that pay them with diseases where if you don't get it, you die. Because if the insurance company does this, okay, remember, guys, I went through this with the other company and they said, the state of Idiot Anna said, well, because Mini-Med isn't in Indiana, we won't pay for it. So you have to go through Edwards Healthcare. I go through Edwards Healthcare. They're out of fucking Kentucky and Ohio. And I'm sorry for the F-bomb, but that pissed me off. How is that in Indiana?
Oh, yeah.
It ain't. So what's the difference from Mini-Med, the place that makes my stuff, sending it to me, and they're the ones that stop me from getting my stuff, that I got to go through the provider that they picked that's not even in this damn state that they claim it has to be in. There's so much hogwash that needs to be taken care of. But government needs to be the F out of our insurance, 110%. And Obama needs a good kick in the balls. Oh, wait. Michael Obama needs a kick in the balls because Obama ain't got none. that man he married, Michael's got all the balls. So fuck you, Obama. Yeah, everything got worse, Tommy. You're right. Trust me. I've been dealing with this for... How old are you now, Tommy?
32.
38 years I've been dealing with this. Longer than you've been on this planet, sir, with the diabetes. Yeah. So I've seen it change, and you are not wrong. But it messed with everybody. It truly did. You know, and with Trump in office, I was hoping he would get out of it, but they're making so much money off people. You know, a buddy of mine used to pay the fine, because it was cheaper for him to go to MedPoint than it was for him to get insurance.
If you were to, there's three things. If you were to discover, you'd be in trouble. If you discover free energy, you'll be dead the next day. If you discover a cure for cancer, more than likely you'll be dead the next day. If you, even diabetes, if you find a cure for it, they will find you.
They don't have to find it, Tommy. The cure's there. They already know how to do it. They won't because of how much money it costs. Stem cell research has proven it would cure diabetes.
Yeah. But that's what I'm getting at. Yeah. If a normal person figured it out, they're going after you because they already know it. They just don't want it released. just like the guy that invented the car that ran on water.
Runs on water, man.
And he's not the only one. Just last year, a teacher made a car that ran on water, and he died too. Right after they aired it on the news.
Oh yeah.
That's if anybody listening, if you figure out how to make a car run on water, keep it to yourself.
Yeah. I know somebody that's done that. I'm not saying their name, but you know who I'm talking about. Whoever, you know, the person we know that's smart enough to figure that out.
Yeah,
he lives
in Minnesota, so
he lives in Queensland, Australia, and his name is David Applegate. And you can have it. No, sorry, David.
Rude.
Daisy told me to do it. But yeah, no, it's just no, man. But seriously, like, really, come on. It's almost as bad as the thing, because I'm not pissed at David. I'm pissed at Australia because of the news. It's not the people's fault. The news are saying that they need to step in to get America to change their gun laws, because the laws aren't the problem, as we all know. But the problem is Australians don't even have the freedom of speech. How the fuck are they going to tell us anything?
Right. And I've been looking up since we brought up something about Indiana.
Yeah.
Indiana residents, let's see, who are 18 years old or older can buy long guns, but for handgun must be 21 years. So your gun laws are just like ours.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was referring to handguns, not rifles. Yeah, at 18, with a parent, you can get a handgun, like you can gift it to your kid. That's what I did with my daughter. Her 18th birthday was her gun permit, and then I bought her handgun in my name and gave it to her, and then put it in, you know.
Here's my thing. If they make it to where an 18-year-old cannot purchase a long rifle, then an 18-year-old shouldn't be able to serve in the military.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, because they're not allowed to drink, they're not allowed to smoke cigarettes, and then they're not going to be able to buy a gun. How are they able to serve in the military?
Did they change the smoking age? Because me and a friend was having a conversation about that.
It's 21. It was, it's not now. It's 21. There was a grace period where people were 19 but already started smoking.
Yeah.
Before the law hit, they were able to get it. There was a grace period.
Dude, if you can vote at 18, you should be able to have a drink and a cigarette. And at this point,
yes.
And as for military, one real quick before I lose it, before military, you shouldn't be allowed to join at 18. You should have to go to a military academy to be trained till you're 21 to make sure that's what you really want to do, in my opinion. Just saying.
I kind of see that. How did an 18-year-old pass federal gun check? Because they passed the government background check.
Yeah.
I mean,
because they didn't have anything in their system, dude.
Yeah.
He did buy the rifles. He did go through the background check.
He was a law-abiding citizen until he did what he did.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Because God knows, man, anything that just came out of your mouth could be, you know what I'm saying, Tommy? No offense, man. It's just allegedly, man.
Allegedly, he spent $5,000 on guns and ammunition at 18 years old.
Yeah. And by no means are we saying that it is okay for what happened. We are all very anti. But again, my statement stands true. If that money that went to Ukraine was put in America where it belongs, then we could have a cop in every school, if not 2, if not 3, and this shit wouldn't happen.
You know what would be a better solution? And it's y'all's opinion if y'all agree with me. If you took the teachers to a shooting range, taught them during the summer on how to actually properly handle one, get them an evaluation, make sure they're okay in the brain.
Okay, Tommy. Okay, hold on, Tommy. But that's fine. But teachers can't even teach properly these days. So I'm against that. I'd be
that's
better
what I'm saying. Evaluate the teachers. Like, make sure they're okay in the head before you do it.
But how do you do that with the soy teachers? You know what I mean? It's. I wouldn't put it in the teachers. I think it needs to stick with the police. Or if you're going to do something with a retired military person, there you go.
I saw this earlier today. I thought it was funny. 18-year-old living with his grandma, had 2 brand new Daniel Defense AR-15s worth almost $5,000 plus ammo plus optic. Add that to a $70,000 F-250 pickup, body armor. This glows even brighter than a light bulb. And the FBI is like, hey, before you delete yourself, I'm going to need you to do something for me. Trans 18-year-old, depressed and deletable. Okay.
Yeah. Well, because my whole problem too is not only just the money thing, but why would he even go to that school to begin with? You know, an elementary school of all things. Like, there's no logic in a lot. And don't get me wrong, we all know that we have an unruly amount of mental health illness that is true mental health illness that's not being taken care of. Because look at the idiot in office. His mental health, there's no way in hell that he could pass a mental health test.
Here's another kicker, though. From what I hear, he didn't have a driver's license, never drove a vehicle before in his life, and they say it was the teacher's fault for propping a door open in the back.
If that's what happened, yeah. I mean, depending on if the door was propped open, yeah, that falls on the school, and the school should be at fault, and the school should be sued to shit, especially the teacher, if it is found that that is what happened. But again, will we ever find out the truth? No. Because why in the world would he go to that school?
Like, how did he know that door would be open?
And then I'm gonna throw in my 2 cents worth in too is, how do we know any of this shit is true? Because it's coming from the media. I swear I was on with Bush when this stuff hit, and it was a liberal 18-year-old that illegally bought firearms was the first stories that we heard. Then the story changed and it was legal. Then the story changed and it's just constant change. So you just never know. And I feel bad, but Texas of all places, this was set up to happen for a reason, because what's right around the corner, boys?
Yep.
We've got the election around the corner, and what was the first thing that Pop was talking about? More gun laws. Well, no. I've got guns. You've got guns. Have your guns killed anybody lately on their own? Mine haven't.
My whole thing is this smells fishy. That's the only thing I'm going to say.
Fishy? This smells like bullshit.
Yeah.
Ain't no fish. That's some straight up bullshit. You know, it's just like, nah, man. Again, it's okay. We had an issue here. We've had 2 shootings here recently, one up north in Goshen, one in Elkhart. A 33-year-old and a 21-year-old, and the 20-year-old and the 33-year-old had a baby. And, you know, he'd been beating her or whatever. So she filed for a restraining order. He killed her. He went into KFC where he worked, and he blew his brains out. Now, don't tell me there weren't some mental health issues that could have been probably taken care of. And the injustice system is the reason that we are having these problems, because there is no justice. You have criminals that have rap sheets longer than your waist span, Tommy, and or legs. You know what I mean? And you guys know exactly. We got to go into detail. The criminals are protected and we aren't, and they want to take our effing guns. This is not Australia, and good luck, people. There is a reason we have the rights that we have, basically. In the NRA.
See, someone said, they was like, yeah, they keep pushing for this and they keep pushing for this. And I'm repeating what the guy said. He says, it would take a war to get rid of these guns. And he goes, I don't think y'all would like the outcome.
I think it'd be more like the beginning of Fear the Walking Dead, though, where, you know, the military rolls in, your whole neighborhood's locked up, they take all your shit. That's what would really happen with martial law.
Probably.
I mean, more than likely. I mean, we all got guns, we all got this and that, but don't get me wrong, they've got more. And if they make us an enemy of the state, we have no rights.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, it also depends, because I've got a lot of family members in the military, and I have asked them, if it came between the government and the citizens, who would you stand for? And all my family members, at least in my family members, said they would stand for the citizens.
But what happens when their general walks up and starts blowing their fucking brains out for not following an order, Tommy?
And I get that.
Right, exactly. I mean, it's an unspoken, unknown thing until you're in that situation. And thank God for sane people like what you're talking about in your family that are saying what they're saying. But to what point is their breaking point? How do we know they're not putting chips in their heads that it would, you know, flip all of a sudden? You know, there's a lot of ifs and whens. And at the end of the day, you know what we all want? Just leave us the F alone. Leave us alone. Let us live our lives, man. That's all we want. And you know, $1.50 a gallon of gas would be nice again.
Maybe a couple mean tweets.
Yeah. You know, but the world's free for mean tweets now.
What's going on with the whole Twitter thing? Is Elon Musk buying it? Is it still on hold?
Apparently, it's on hold because there's they found that there's some all these fake accounts, all the bot accounts, means that there's actually lower members than what they thought, which means it should be cheaper than what should be.
Right, it's worth less because there's not as many actual people.
Right.
There's more bot. I got you. Makes sense.
Daisy says Elon is suing Twitter board.
Well, it's something we've all talked about before. We knew there were bots. We knew all this stuff. And then, I like the idea of if you're not an actual person, your account goes bye-bye. I love that. I wish Facebook would do that. You know how tired I am of assholes that put stuff for sale, and then you contact them, and then it's a bot or it's not a person?
Yeah.
That's annoying.
They're like, can you just FedEx or can you wire the money? It's like, no.
I had a dude that, like, you know, on Facebook, you can Facebook pay. So it goes all through Facebook. And this dude's like, well, I don't know how to do it. I'm like, I already sent you the money. All you got to do is accept it. It's not hard. It's really not hard to do. I can send Seth $5 right now. I can send Tommy $5 right now too. Which, you know, you're solely in charge of that messenger account, because I deleted the shit off my phone after having an issue with the phone and, you know, some miscommunications with Seth, and we're all good now. But yeah, I ain't fucking with that shit on my phone. But the account I gave you, my shit, I don't have any access to it anymore. I took my shit off. I was like, whoop, it's gone. I mean, you get fucked up, I'll help you out because I still got all the stuff. You know, it's based off my actual account, but I don't have any access to the messenger. That's all you, baby.
So the whole Oculus thing, I forgot to tell y'all, Oculus is still part of Facebook, but you don't have to log into Facebook to have one. You don't have to have Facebook to have one anymore.
Okay, well that's good. That's an upgrade then. That's a good thing.
Because Facebook got sued about that, saying that you're forcing people to have a Facebook to buy this product.
Hey Seth, do you like Sour Patch Kids?
Yes.
Tommy?
Somewhat.
When you ate candy, do you like Sour Patch Kids?
Somewhat.
Okay, they have a cookie recipe on the back of the bag, guys.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy.
I know. I had to bring it up, Seth, because I'm sitting there looking at it and I'm like, that might be really yummy. It's like a sugar cookie with then the guys cut up in it. I was like, that's, you know, basically they just tell you to buy a package, you know, of your sugar cookies and then just take these guys, cut them up and add it to it. But I'm like, that sounds really good. I love Sour Patch Kids. And your other favorite, Seth, right here, Sour Patch Kids and popcorn, buddy.
What I was curious, and I was asked this question: what do you think, like my kids' generation, the next generation coming up, what do you think they're going to struggle with?
Not eating Tide Pods? I mean, I don't know, man. Look at the craziness.
Well, my thing is like more people go to fast food restaurants than they cook nowadays. But the next generation ain't going to know how to cook crap.
That falls on parents, though, too, to some extent. And two, what are you going to do when a Whopper costs you $50? You ain't going to be eating at Burger King, yo.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, depending on, I personally feel that we are in a massive recession right now. I don't think we've ever recovered from the shutdown, and I think that was the plan. You ride it out as long as you possibly can, and then when the shit hits the fan, again, as you said, Seth, oh, we've got UFOs. Oh, we've got stuff going on over here in Ukraine. Oh, now there's stuff happening in the U.S. Ooh, 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 ooh. Distraction. And I mean, come on, let's face it. Americans are fucking dumb. Oh, look, it's shiny. Huh? So, you know, shiny object. So not all of us, but a lot of them are. So especially if you voted communism. But yeah, that's how I feel. I think I'm terrified because my granddaughter's your kids' age, yo.
Yeah. I think they're going to struggle with that. I don't know if...
Sorry to derail. So yesterday, I've been this past week. I've been paying attention to the Johnny Depp trial.
Yeah,
Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. Yesterday,
that SOB is still going on.
Yes,
Yep.
today was the first day that jury deliberated. Like this whole time has been discovery and stuff, testimonies, whatnot. All right, yesterday they were. Maybe it was yesterday, maybe it was the day before. I'm not exactly sure, but there was a guy from TMZ that was on the stand talking about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The friggin' Amber Heard's people, her lawyer group, said, and this is a quote: "You just want your 15 minutes of fame, don't you?" And the TMZ guy said, "I could say the same thing about you taking Miss Heard as a client." The gallery's face, I didn't get to see this part because I just listen. I don't get to watch.
Yeah.
Look at this dude in the back right here. It was such a moment.
I would have had to yell out, "Burn!"
Yes, dude.
Burn!
Everybody in that courtroom was like, oh. I mean, this dude right here is too. All these people back here are like, oh my gosh.
Yep.
I like it.
She was so bad.
I mean, I just haven't understood it because, I mean, I get it. It was something that she did to him for defamation or whatever, but it shouldn't take this damn long. All this shit they're bringing up, man. To me, I've said it before. I really want to see the end, but look, you had two people in a bad relationships on drugs that are famous, and it just proved they're just as stupid as the rest of us and make mistakes, and they just shouldn't have been together. Sorry.
Like, I wish I planned to take a vacation so I could drive up there and record Johnny Depp coming out when he wins.
Yeah, just be like, hey, Johnny Depp, shout out to the men's room. He'd be like,
Yeah.
hey, the men's room, what's up?
I told you guys, hell, I mean, I'd chip in on that. If we could get Johnny Depp to promote the men's room, that would be worth about $500.
Dude, every day they show them like coming out, and like Johnny Depp is just loving the crowd. I mean, like, hey, how are you guys? Da, 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 da. Somebody called him their captain, and he started talking like Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Like you could tell he was just having it.
That would be my thing, dude. I'd want him to dress up like Captain Jack Sparrow to introduce the men's room.
Could you?
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, when this comes out, and I think it's a 75% chance that he's gonna win.
Yeah.
But when he comes out of this thing on top, I want him to climb up on the table and be like, "This is the day you thought you got Jack Sparrow," and like take off out of there.
If he comes out like if he went into the courtroom with like the full outfit of Captain Jack Sparrow, I would lose it.
Dude, at the end of it, that's how I would go. I ain't lying, dude. Like I've been in court in that outfit. Because hey, look, when you go to court, it's already clown court, so I might as well dress like a clown. But I literally went to court in that suit. I had to take all the Joker buttons off, but other than that, I was literally in that suit because that suit fits me.
I like when you make the judge laugh at the situation, that's bad.
I still just don't see how it's like she says this, he says that, how it drug on this long. There is no need. This shit should have been wrapped up within a week.
I don't know how it happened in 2016 when they did the first trial. Maybe it was 2016, maybe it was 2018. I don't remember. But when that first one happened, I don't know how Johnny Depp got charged for that.
Yeah. Well, we live in a system where men are evil.
Right.
Well, Tommy, it's been that way for a long time when the courts.
Oh yeah.
It really has. You got a penis and you're guilty.
I like the whole who was it? Dave Chappelle came out there and he goes, I got a solution. He goes, y'all women want abortions? If y'all get that, then a man can say, I'm not paying child support. We all agreed to that, and the whole audience went silent.
Well, because I mean, at the end of the day, here's my problem with it. Like, look, if a woman's raped and she wants to have an abortion, I think she should have the right. I do. I'm not, and I know a lot of people are however it is, but that's just because there's a part of that woman. Not everybody's going to be strong enough to be able to love that child, especially by somebody that raped you and put it in you to begin with. That's just one side. Just saying. But I think that as in a relationship, like Seth, you and your wife, or Tommy, you and your wife, or me and my wife, like it has to be a two-way conversation that I believe should be between both people. But I'm sorry, if an abortion is a woman's right, her body, her way, then it should be the same for us on everything. Whether it's the COVID shot,
right? But see, the problem of it is, it's not a constitutional right.
Well, we live in a world where the Constitution really doesn't mean anything, though.
It's still got some meaning.
To an extent, not all of it, but I mean, come on. Are we a world of laws or are we not? You can't have illegals here working illegally and not do anything about it and be, oh, well, it's okay because they had a hard life. Well, tough shit. So did I. I didn't get no handouts. There weren't no poor white kid college fund. So, come on. And I don't, and I'm not trying to push buttons, but I don't think that the church should be the one that's telling you how you should feel on something like an abortion if you're raped either. Especially the Catholic Church with the stuff, well, you'll be fine. You don't need rubbers, just spread AIDS. We don't care. That shit ain't right.
The whole thing that gets me about it is people going, once you mention adoption, people flip out, which they don't understand that 98% of the babies that are put up for adoption are adopted within 48 hours.
Yeah.
It's the older kids that have been taken from a troubled home that they have a problem finding homes for. It's not the babies. The babies will be adopted.
Tommy, I'm going to argue with you on that point because they know this because this shit's been going on for decades. They know that babies are spoken for like that, especially the crack dumpster babies from prom night, dude. I mean, they know this. They just don't want it to be because they want their agenda. And, it's not just Hollywood. It's the government and everything that they're in control of. And they don't, you think you have freedoms, but you really don't till you find out how free you really are.
Do you know how you get rid of it, though? This is how you get rid of it. The abortion clinic doesn't make money on performing the abortion, right? They make the money by selling the babies, the baby parts.
Right, and they've gotten busted.
Yes.
They've gotten busted a lot.
They make millions of dollars. If you make that to where if they get busted, it shuts down, every single one of them will shut down because they couldn't afford to stay open. I don't think it should be an abortion clinic. I think if something like rape or something like that, it has to be done at the hospital.
I could see that.
Be an abortion clinic.
I mean, I think you should have the right either way. And I mean, it's, and it's just, it's a rough one, man. I mean, I have my kids. You guys all got your kids too.
My problem with it is, and this is totally devoid of the situation, Planned Parenthood is the leading abortion clinic around. That is a private business and does not deserve my tax dollars.
No, they don't. They shouldn't be getting funded by the governments at all.
No. That is my A1 problem of this whole thing, is that they are not a government entity taking taxpayer money for stuff that should be done at a hospital.
But here's the thing. Then that's forcing, even if you're not religious at all. And if you're fine, that's fine. I'm not picking on people that's not religious or anything. But people that are religious, you're basically, the government's forcing you to sin because you're paying for abortions. And I don't agree with that.
I think that another problem is it's the amount of money that we pay in taxes and what they do with it. They should have to prove to us what they're spending our money on. Because we don't know where a lot of the money that we pay, and I'm sorry, I think it's bullshit. If we pay them to speak on our behalf, but yet they're not speaking on our behalf, which they haven't in forever, there's a problem. And again, this goes back to we should not be having career politicians, and they shouldn't be getting paid what they're getting paid, because they proved during this whole shutdown thing that I've been living in poverty for the last 2 decades, guys, on disability, and they know it, but I still get no help. How is that right? But yet, because you're out of work, you get 5 times what you normally make. That ain't fair. And I know, granted, I'm not as old as some of the older people that would generally be in the situation in where I am. I was lucky enough that I was in my 40s when this shit hit, to the point, but still, it ain't right, man. There's a lot of things that could be fixed easily. Here's a simple one. If you make under $100,000 a year, you don't pay any taxes to the federal government or the states or anything. There you go. Problem solved. I don't know anybody that makes 100,000.
I would just be happy if they stopped taxing overtime.
Yes.
Like, I understand, okay, they can tax up to 40 hours, but that overtime is usually people that's struggling and needing to pay bills, and you're hurting them because you're taking out more and more.
This is true, Tommy, but your common job, you're not going to get overtime, because your common job, you can't get 40 hours, son. Your Walmarters, your McDonald's people, all that's still a job, man. At the end of the day.
And I understand that, but like, let's say someone, they work 2 jobs, and they're only allowed to tax someone for the 40 hours they work that week, and whatever they do for the rest of the week, if they even work another job, they do not get taxed on it. That's them going the extra mile. That would increase people wanting to go to work, because then there's an incentive.
Would it though? I don't think so. I think part of it is we're so overtaxed. We're taxed with our paychecks. You're taxed with, your auto insurance, your health care, and it's so high that I think we're over 40% now of your money goes in taxes that you don't see. Why?
Well, I'm saying, if I knew that if I got a second job that I would get every bit of that money, I would have that second job.
Right, but the problem with that is, what if you make more money at your second job than you do your primary job?
Well, see, that's the thing. I wouldn't even care if they tax the job that pays more. They could do that. They can make it to where you get taxed by the job you get paid more. I'm fine with that. But if I work 2 jobs, I get stuck into a different tax bracket, and it's like I never worked that second job.
Dude, my wife is a co-manager at Kroger's. She got a raise. It put her in such a higher tax bracket that her monthly income went down by like $600. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Back when she worked. So yeah, I get it. I do, but I still think the reason I said what I said is because if you make under $100,000, they don't get any of your money at all. They cannot tax you. You don't pay federal tax. You don't pay state tax. You don't pay county tax. And I feel that is a better solution than buy your jobs, because then look at people that work under the table and all that other kind of shit. Look at all the people working here illegally.
Could you?
I would say that would be the easiest way to start it. And free health care for everyone, because Medicare and Medicaid is there. So if you're a legal citizen, you get free health care with a deductible. And depending on how much money you make is how much of a deductible you make. Like me being on disability and being in poverty, I could see paying $1 per prescription. I'm not saying I shouldn't pay nothing, but I shouldn't have to go in and pay $50 per prescription.
But could you imagine if we had to vote for how much our government made? Oh my God, they'd be quitting left and right. Like,
career politicians aren't paying taxes.
Yeah. Oh no, that's because all their money's overseas.
Well, that shit should end too. You shouldn't be allowed to do that shit. I got 27 accounts in the Cayman Islands. Yeah, not anymore, mofo.
Yep.
Now you like the rest of us.
You just donated that money to the tax fund.
It's like Monopoly, right? It's the center board. Free parking. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. I got upset because I seen Slim Jim's prices have gone up. I'm pissed. Used to be able on Amazon to get a box of 24 for like $16. It's up to damn near $20 for 24 of them. I'm like, this is redonkulous. I love you, Savage, but a Slim Jim is just not that healthy to eat or worth that much money. But yeah, it's just all the control, and it's constant control, and it just doesn't seem to be getting any better. And it's just like, man, come on. And it's not any better on the local level. We've had issues here with the local level that we almost were going to bail out of this state. We're like, man, I'm done with Elkhart. I'm done with Idiot Anna. I'm leaving. I'm either going up to north to Michigan, or I'm moving south.
Michigan's got a lot of damn trees.
Dude, do you realize how many trees I have? Go up to Upper Peninsula, man. It's great. You know what the Upper Peninsula doesn't have that down south has? Snakes. For those
I found a snake. I found a snake while we were cutting trees the other day.
Yeah, nice. I'm not afraid of snakes. My wife doesn't care for them. Only the trouser snake, giggity. But yeah, it's one of those things. One of the neighbor guys is moving. They got a place up. He's got land in Tennessee or Kentucky, but the thing is that where they looked at up in the UP, there's no. He hates snakes, and he's like, yeah, there's no snakes.
So we were working on a compactor this week, and it was filled with nothing but spiders and spider webs everywhere. And I had to crawl in there, and the new guy was supposed to crawl in there with me to help me. Well, he's not technically new. He's been in with us about 6 months. But he's young buck, still green behind the ears.
So the probie that you've hired.
Yeah.
I got you.
He's terrified of spiders. He's terrified.
Well, you're terrified of driving.
Yeah. So I'm crawling in there, and he goes, there's spider webs and spiders. And I tried so hard. I was like, I used to have a fear of spiders. I was like, but just focus on what you're doing. Don't look up. Don't look down to the sides. Don't even pay attention to the webs. Just look at what you're going to do. And I was like, you're going to come out probably with spiders all over you, and you're going to do a hell of a dance. But you'll be
spider
fine.
Dance. Oh, wow.
And I was like, it's not like you're going to be working and all of a sudden a giant spider come in. But he didn't go in. Nah, he didn't go in.
I mean, the only thing I got scared of when we were doing all that stuff, as you guys know, was, is just the lack of being able to find meat and stuff. And I mean, I've been lucky, but I mean, even the butcher shops, they're going up, that's where I get my stuff at. And it's just no end in sight, and it's ridiculous.
I'm terrified right now because our city, I feel like, is dying where I live. Every small business is closing down, and the only thing left is like big corporations like Walmart, Kroger's, and all the major restaurants. Other than that, your mom and pop places are gone here.
Well, that was the whole plan of 2020, dude. That was the whole get up and the idea. At least that's my opinion with the whole 2019, 2020 thing. That's what set it off, because everything was fine before that. We still had mom and pop movie theaters. The one that ETEP goes to is a family owned one. Well, they can't keep up with, not that they're having problems, but, they can't keep up with the big cinemas. So eventually, that's a thing that can happen. But it's been like that for a while with entertainment kind of places. I mean, we don't even have Blockbusters anymore, guys. Remember when we had Blockbusters and family videos and all that? We don't have any of that stuff anymore. Everything went digital.
I hate it because, like, I would rather go to a mom and pop store and spend maybe a couple of dollars more than I will the big box stores like Hammerhead. I'd go there, even though I know I'd save a little bit of money going to Lowe's.
And I mean, it's kind of a 50-50 thing. I mean, like, I'll go shopping in the Amish land because they'll get stuff from the stores and then they'll repackage it and you just buy it from them, and it's still cheaper than what it is in the store. At least it was pre 2019, 2020. I don't know, what the hell should we call it? You think 2019 or 2020, Seth? It seemed to hit us more in 2020. That's when the shutdown happened.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah, so we'll just stick with 2020. So yeah, I mean, to me, that's what the problem was. And that's what one of my fears, Tommy, speaking of fears, was always that they were just going to run it till we're in the ground, and then there's nothing that you can do about it because there ain't none. Milk is now $25 a gallon if you can find it. Baby formula, $25 a little thing of formula if you can find it.
I know stuff has somewhat gotten closer to what it was before with stuff opening and you be able to eat in restaurants and stuff. What do you miss before the shutdown? I'm curious.
I haven't missed any. I mean, gas prices for me right now.
Mine is going into Walmart at like 12:30 and seeing all the crazy people.
What, they're not open 24 hours yet?
No, they're still not here. They're not open.
Yes, they are.
I was going to say, that doesn't sound right, man.
No, they don't.
Hold on. Let me check.
The non-superstores might close at 11, but the superstores should be open. Because do you guys not have... Seth, do you guys have superstores and non-super Walmarts?
We have superstore. All of the non-superstores closed.
No, they
off.
closed at 11. Look it up on your phone. Go to the Walmart where we're at and look what time they closed. It's 11 o'clock. It actually says closing soon.
Well, he's right there on the internet. He can look it up from his computer or one of his 75 screens. But yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they still.
All right, Brian Lape. I just got his email. I checked I was listening to Tommy grabbing my phone. I'm like, what? Mr. Lapes keeps going in and out. All right. That's what she said. Now, I'll be happy for Brian when he gets everything taken care of. That seemed like that would be a heck of a whole lot of driving.
Oh, yeah.
What time does Walmart close? Yeah, because the one down the road here is not a super, and it closes at 11.
Yeah, they must have all closed because they're all super centers around here.
Yeah,
and they all even the ones all the ones in Roanoke.
And I bet you they're blaming it on the labor shortage, that there's not a labor shortage. They just don't want to hire people because they don't want to pay them, or people don't want to work because they don't want to pay them. And, here's my biggest beef with that. You know what they did in the 80s when they had that problem? They threw these people that were on Medicaid or on welfare, and they made them work and still gave them welfare, but, to an extent. But they gave them jobs and training and made them get off their asses and work. And if they were to do that again, we wouldn't have a labor shortage. Not to mention, Seth, I think that's the most retarded thing I've ever heard, a labor shortage. I don't see a shortage in labor. I just see a shortage in people that want to work.
And they opened the Walmart neighborhood markets back up.
Oh.
I thought they closed.
Well, did you see what they got at the new Walmarts?
No.
Automated floor sweepers.
Oh, that's old.
Yeah, but that still has a seat, so you could sit in it and it would drive you around all of Walmart.
It wouldn't, because as soon as you got on it, it would cut off. Because they got a sensor in it. But yeah, I thought the neighborhood market's closed. Both of them are open. Plantation Road and Dale Avenue. Now, the one on 460 did close because they turned it into a Planet Fitness.
Okay.
So that one did close, but the other two, because there was 3 of them, and 2 of them, they all closed down, but then I guess they 2 of them opened back up, and one of them got turned into a gym.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What are you going to do when the labor shortage hits there, or the membership shortage?
Yep.
That's too bad. Yeah, I miss. Hell, come on, guys. Kroger's used to be open 24 hours, and they did the same thing. Used to go to Kroger's to see Alex the Meat Man because they gave you, they cut your meat fresh and grind it fresh there in the meat department and stuff. And nowadays everything comes in prepackaged, man. Their hamburger comes in tubes and shit. I'm like, I ain't buying that. I go to I change, man. I go to the actual butcher shop still and go get me some meat. We went and got what'd she tell me? I think 3 or 4 loins she picked up, and
I gotta find another butcher shop. The one I used to go to closed down.
Yeah, dude, all our Kroger's closes at 11 too. That's what's weird.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. They did it during the pandemic, but we're not in the pandemic anymore. Why is this shit not open?
Because they found out they're not losing as much money as they thought. Because the main people that went in there at like 2:00 in the morning, or Tweakers.
Yeah.
I used to go to watch the Tweakers.
Kroger out in Bonsack closes at midnight.
Woohoo!
Everything else closes at 11.
I just don't get the 11 o'clock bullshit, man. I don't understand that.
Vinton Kroger closes at 12.
Well, it's just like I didn't get the whole thing. Them only letting you go in and out one door.
Oh, good
That
Lord,
was the dumbest thing ever.
I was like,
Exactly.
why would you want people to go in and out of one door? That's like herding animals. You don't herd animals together when one's sick.
Well, dude, at the end of the day, there was no sense in anything they did because one sick person would sneeze and it's throughout the entire fucking store and everybody's sick. So the logic was not there. It wouldn't work in the basis of the pandemic. What they did didn't make sense. As you said, if anything, have them come in one and go out the other.
Well,
yes.
See, that's the same with my wife's work. Like, she likes it. Yeah, the banks, they used to stay open. Her bank stayed open until 6.
Mm-hmm.
And now it closes at 5.
I
Because
mean,
of the pandemic, and they ain't changed it.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that, though, where you'd want to get off at 5 instead of 6. I mean, Chase stays open till 6. So, I mean,
my whole thing is like, I work Monday through Friday. It is hard for me to go to a place when I get off work unless it's a restaurant. I have to rush to the bank because if not, it's going to be closed.
Well, you do realize they have this thing called the ATM that means more than ass to mouth, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, there is those, Tommy. You know, they're everywhere.
It's not just that, but like
I know. But it was funny, huh?
If I wanted to go get a bank loan from the bank,
Tommy, was it funny?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the whole point. It was funny, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that was the whole point. Yeah, I know what you mean, though, dude. I'm with you. To me, I think banks should stay open till 6 so that people like you that get off at 4:30, 5 o'clock have an hour to get in for whether it's deposits, questions, or, you know, obviously if you're going to fill out for a loan, you ain't getting shit till the next day anyway, but you can at least start the paperwork. But nowadays, you can do all that shit online for a loan. At least through, and I can't speak about your bank. I don't know, but through Chase, you can kind of pre-do shit online. At least you used to before the pandemic.
But like Comcast, when I had Comcast, which we still do, there used to be a local store where you could go pick up your stuff and everything. I had to leave work an hour early just to go pick up my stuff to put in my house because they closed right when I was getting off.
Well, hell, man, they've closed so many of the stores, you'll be lucky if you still even have one.
Oh, we don't have one no more. They closed it because no one would go because they were only open when people were at work. Like, I don't know. Certain things should, like tattoo shops, they don't open till later in the day because they know no one's going to take off from work to go get a tattoo.
Well, I mean, but there's people that work third shift that would, though. So, I mean, I get it, dude. I get it. I'm not trying to be a dick, but I mean, because you got to remember first, second, third shift too. I mean, well, when we used to have third shifts, which I called first, but it's that, and you know, I don't know, dude. It's just stupid. It doesn't make any sense. You know, tattoo shop places that should be open, they could be open, but they're not. And I don't understand. I mean, I get it. We got past 2020, and here we are 2 years later dealing with the same retardation that never changed. With it doesn't make any sense.
Oh yeah.
When they first we didn't used to have like Meijer or Walmart here. And you're exactly right, Tommy. It'd be great. You'd go in at like being a night owl. You know, you'd go in at 12, 1 o'clock. There'd be other people, but you'd be able to go in, get your shit, and get out. And I'm that kind of guy when I go shopping. I want to go in, get my shit, and get out. Now, if we're out watching people and having a good time, that's a totally different scenario. But just shopping, I'm in, I'm out, I'm home. I don't want to be there around all the stupid people. Because the only thing I'm allergic to is stupidity.
The only thing that makes me mad is, like, I used to work at a company called MPS. And before everything came to a screeching halt because of the housing market and everything.
Yeah.
They treated their employees so different. They paid full insurance. They once a year would either do like a big party or take them on a cruise. They covered dental, eye, everything, and when they got a raise, it was like $1.50 more. But after they started doing regulations, minimum wage going up, and everything like that, they stopped everything.
Was it really minimum wage, or was it more when the government got involved with the insurance and then they couldn't fucking afford it?
No, this is before the insurance thing.
Okay. I just had to ask, man. I was just curious.
When I understand the concept of a minimum wage, but when you got somebody that has no experience, never done nothing worthwhile in their life, and then you got somebody that has been with the trades, like with welding, for 20 years or so, that person should make more if they're better at welding. I'm sorry.
Well, it's called job experience. Yeah.
Yeah. A doctor should be making more than someone flipping a hamburger. I'm sorry. Someone's saving lives and someone's causing a heart attack.
But to an extent, sometimes doctors are overpaid just because they do that too.
Doctors are overpaid. But I was just using that as an extreme.
No, but you're right. But I mean, I was just bringing that other point in too. Because granted, there's a big jump from fast food to a doc. And you're right, man. You're right. But in the same aspect, it's like, come on, guys. You know,
well,
there should be an even paying field for everybody. What's your guys' minimum wage?
I have no idea. That's a good question.
I think it's like $11.
I'm fucking coming to live with you, Tommy. Get out of your house.
Tommy, I don't understand how you continue to say, I don't know, I think it's this, when you're sitting at a computer.
On the internet. Ours is $7.25 an hour.
Ours is $7.25.
So you're the same as us. Yeah, so we're all getting fucked. Yep.
Which has not changed since 2009.
Yes. When it changed from, I thought it went up, though. I thought it did go up. Hold on.
Tommy, we warned you about that.
According to Governor Northam's plan, which he was a loser, minimum wage increased to $9.50 an hour in May of 2021. It'll jump to $13.50 an hour in 2024. But obviously that didn't happen.
Right.
So that's what I was going.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. State's minimum wage was $7.25 prior to May 1st. So maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Minimum wage is of 2022. If no changes are passed, 2022, Virginia will increase its minimum wage to $12 per hour next year and will steadily impact of increasing it to $15 before lawmakers vote on that change during the 2024 legislative season.
Ours says $7.25 an hour, to $10 an hour starting in 2021, and again, of course, that didn't happen. Yep, would increase to 13 by 2022, and 15 an hour by 2023. Well, so if that's the case, why is my disability not going up? And you already know your taxes are going to goddamn go up more.
You see, this is the problem people don't realize. You're going to be screwed, and here's why: because everything's going to go up, but you're still going to be paid the same.
All right, so federal minimum wage is $7.25. Virginia state minimum wage right now is $11 per hour.
Yeah. So, like milk and everything is going to go through the roof.
Tommy, it's California prices. People know this, though. That's the thing. And the problem is it's already doing that now without the wage increase, bud.
Who do you think, in my personal opinion, I honestly think people that pick up the trash need to get paid more.
I bet you they do get paid more.
I mean, hell, the ones here just drive and pick up the cans. They don't even pick them up. The arm comes and picks it up and dumps it.
Well, see, here they actually have to get out and pick them up and stuff.
The claw.
Yeah.
The claw. They don't got the claw here.
I mean, we still have we used to, like, when I grew up and stuff, they had that where the guys jumped out and would get the trash and all that shit. But like here in the county where I'm at, they just come and you wheel your cart down and they pick it up and then drop it. That's that. And I pay $25 a month for that in trash. What's y'all's trash's price?
I don't pay nothing.
Yeah, it's included in our local tax.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Now water we gotta pay for. Well, I do. He don't.
Yeah,
I
we
gotta
got
pay
wells.
for water.
Yeah,
And
Yeah, I got a well.
yeah, me too. So all we pay for is the electric to run them.
Right.
All water tastes like crap. If city water, I don't care what anybody says, city water tastes like crap.
Because they add fluoride and all that other shit to it, Tommy. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. I like my county water, man. It came back fine. The tests were good, and it's as good as bottled water. Hence, as you know, Tommy, you were watching me earlier when I was filling stuff up. It's I've got this. I've got an empty gallon I keep full for the dogs and go get more and more and more. Yeah. Agua. Good stuff. It's the bomb, yo.
Dang. Just found out the husband of. All right, so there was a 4th grade teacher that was deleted in Texas.
Yeah.
Her husband passed away of a heart attack.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Family member said he died of a broken heart.
Well, you guys know I'm still watching Ramon because the neighbor lady passed on us and stuff. And the same thing, like I said, it's his second marriages. He's in his late 60s. She made it to 70, and it was one of those things too that it bothered me because it's like, it's like, man, you see him and they work together and they'd had a good 40 years together, or however long they were together, and now he's alone and she's gone. When the love of your life is gone and you're alone, man, it is kind of heartbreaking,
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it's somebody and or had relations, a relationship with, and like you're saying though, even that's horrible, Seth, to hear that,
Oh yeah.
And still we don't actually know the true facts. We probably never will. And it's like, why? At the end of the day, let's say that it was all fake. Why go that route? You dirty, dirty, dirty people. May you, what was it Betty White said in the Lake Placid? May you all catch gonorrhea and die. I think that was that movie. I could be wrong, but pretty sure it was something along them lines.
I can't believe she's gone.
I know.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to outlive all of us.
I figured she'd be one of the older living. I mean, come on, dude. She worked so much up to the end, too.
She was born before the hamburger was born, if that tells you anything.
I've got a great joke from Night Court for you guys. Do you know the difference between a Democrat and a politician? Or a Democrat and a Republican?
What?
Nothing when they're on the slab except for Republicans eat more red meat. 1980s joke, but man, it's still funny. Hell yeah. Seth, any new comics or anything coming out lately that you've been looking at? Or Tommy, you got anything?
I need to go to the comic book shop. I haven't got anything.
Are there any more of the last Ronin out, or are those done? Or
it's done, and it actually did all right. Well, I take that back. It's that portion is done, and they are going to continue on with something else.
Okay.
But
I was kind of waiting because when you mentioned it to me, I told you I was kind of maybe wait for an omnibus or just get them all at once.
It would be a good read if you get to.
No, that's why I'm asking, man. I'm not asking to fill time or I literally wanted to know because I've been waiting to, kind of hear that it was done. I mean, I guess I could have done it's easier to ask you because it does give time. I could have just Googled it, but it's more fun for the conversation because you kept telling me about it. It did intrigue me. I'm like, man, I really want to check that out, but I want to just be able to, because I don't have a comic book store. I don't have a comic book store here. So
yeah.
So what are y'all doing for the weekend?
So for Memorial Day, is that what you meant? Or just a weekend?
Well, just see, I have a 3-day weekend, which is really nice.
Memorial Day is hard for me because Rolly passed on it. You know, I was volunteering at the kennel, and I went to work, and I came home, and she was gone, and so I'm not a big fan of it in the aspect of if people think it's only for military, they can bite my white ass, because you should be able to remember anybody that has passed that is no longer with you at any point in time, especially on a day called Memorial Day. I am from a family full of veterans and whatnot, you know, as well. A lot of people like you, Tommy, that have served. Most of them have passed and perished. But yeah, as for the weekend, it's really going to depend on what we end up with the weather, because it just keeps changing every couple days for us. I mean, I don't really have anything planned. I'm hoping to be able to eat more. I mean, like I said, I've steadily been working on, you know, upping my stuff that I can hold in my belly. But we're looking at, yeah, we're in the 60s, dude. Like tomorrow's high is 77. Sunday's 85 and Monday's 88. So, and then we're right into like the 90s. So we're going from nice, decent weather straight into heat. Beautiful. But with all the rain, I'm going to have to mow again, man. That's my main thing. Get on the rider and back to the yard work, gentlemen. Same
Yeah,
thing we
dude,
did last weekend.
it's been raining for freaking ever. All week it feels like.
Yeah, you're right, dude. It does feel like it has too. Have you had like massive showers, or you've been like us where it's like on and off again mostly? At some wind.
I think there's been a couple pretty good showers, but for the most part it's on and off. But just staying cloudy.
Yeah.
Someday it'll be like 3 o'clock and it looks like it's becoming nighttime because it'll get so dark outside.
Very cloudy, very gray, and then yeah. I got you. Yep. Yeah, so we're literally 10 hours away, but we have the same weather. So there you go. Yep.
Yeah. We're supposed to be getting like 80s and 90s next week.
Yeah.
But no rain. No rain for the rest. I'll wait until next Sunday. Not this one, next Sunday.
I always look at it, but I only take it up to like a day to 2 days because you know how it always freaking changes on us. So, yeah.
Seth might actually get his fence put up.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I did too. Before you came on here when we were backstage, I'd asked him, I said, "Did you go help Seth?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "You damn well better have," because I was out here busting my ass by myself. And it was funny because even though I didn't call or message you guys, I let you alone because I was busy doing the same thing. But it was just funny that all three of us were basically chopping trees and cutting shit up and burning. Well, did you guys burn or did you just cut?
Just cut.
Okay,
I used the tractor, hauled stuff away.
I feel like we got a lot done though.
Oh yeah, we did.
We saw a snake. Trees fell the wrong way a couple times, but that wasn't.
Wait, you saw a snake and then Seth put his pants on?
No, it was a garden snake.
Yeah, right on. I remember gardener snakes and ribbon snakes and all that kind of shit. Yeah.
Seth's mom was about to get the snake.
Yeah, my mom was just gonna kill it.
Yeah.
Man, gardener snakes are good. They eat bugs, man.
Well, my uncle was like, no. My uncle was like, wait. And he walked over and looked and was like, nah, it's good. Just leave it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But you should have seen the tractor pulled. It looked like half a tree. That huge log. I knew he wasn't going to make it all the way up the hill with it. Because that was a steep hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt very accomplished till I got sick, Seth, being out there working, and the weather was just so nice. And I was telling Tommy, because I was cutting oak. I don't know what you guys were cutting, but I had oak trees, and you know how that burns, man. By the second day I had to shower, I was just so smoky. I smelled worse than smoked meat. They literally would have turned me into human meat as much as I smelled. I had a gentleman at the liquor store that asked me, he's like, "Oh, you smoking meat?" I'm like, "No, just me."
I want to make some custom smokers. Like I've been making some designs on paper and once on the computer, trying to simplify it but still make them look really cool, or just something someone would want to buy.
55-gallon drum cut.
I'm going more of like a hexagon shape. Make it out of angle and flat steel.
I'd like to find one of them oil drums.
Mm-hmm.
Like the oval.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That's why I was saying like the 55s is what I was thinking, but they do have the bigger. But my daughter, I got a smoker for Father's Day. I think it was Father's Day, and I smoked for her wedding, which is coming up. The anniversary's coming up. And the problem was it was a store-bought one from Target, I think. But like the shit on the inside fell out, and it was really weird. Some of the rain hit it, and it kind of warped. I need to just, Tommy, one of these days I'm gonna kidnap you. I'll put your ass to work for about a month. Like, come on, Tommy, fix this smoker. We'll go get the welder stuff. It'll be good.
Well, I got a welder that I can bring home at any time, but I want to wait until I get my garage up before I bring it home.
Yeah, well, that makes sense, dude.
I got a really big air compressor. My dad upgraded to a snap-on air compressor, and he let me have his old one, which still ran perfectly fine. It's just your big version. It's a Harbor Freight, but it's the real big version of Harbor Freight.
Is it 220 power or is it just regular?
Regular power.
Okay, good.
Mine's
I was worried that you'd have to run 220, multiple 220 out to your garage.
Yeah, the one I got in my shop garage is 220, so it's got its own.
No, I just unplugged the dryer and run an extension cord all the way down. That's how my dad used to weld when he first got into welding when he was a teenager. He used to unplug the dryer and when he was a teenager at his mom's house, and she would be pissed. Should have a whole load of wet clothes in there.
Oh yeah.
Well, you shouldn't do it when they're actually doing it. I mean, plenty of times where they're not using it, you could have just done that.
And I'm going to guess that your dad was a little forgetful like you and forgot to plug it back in when he was done.
Actually, he doesn't forget anything. I swear. He's got a memory that's absolutely crazy.
So it's just you. You're just goofy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm the only one that was born with hazelnut eyes. Everybody else had brown eyes.
So they're full of shit and you're just a little nutty.
Yeah.
All right. No offense to the family. It's a joke, people. It's not, come on. But, speaking of your dad, because we haven't really talked about that in a while, how's he doing? Is he doing better since, last year?
Oh, yeah. You couldn't even tell now.
Good. Good to hear. I mean, I don't, it's not something that normally comes up, but since we're talking about him, so that's good to hear, man. I really, I told you, I kept having him in my prayers and stuff, and because like we were talking about, maybe us all going camping. Maybe we could get the three of us could get, and this was pre Seth becoming daddy number 2, with the second child rather. But that would have been, to go camping or something. But you were so busy with your dad, and then Pops, he's going in for another. They're going to clean out another one of his arteries the end of next month. So, if something happens there, Seth, I'll remind you, closer to the time, if something happens, of course I won't be here, but everything should be fine. The first surgery went well, everything's healing good. So they're going to do it again and try to clean out one of the other arteries. And so hopefully Pops will be doing better with the heart disease that he has. And but I'm glad your dad's doing better, man. That's after all the shit that poor man went through. I'm really, really happy that he's doing good, dude. Even though I didn't really get to meet him, but next time.
Oh, yeah. He's the one that got me the welder. And so I got everything I need to do, like, side jobs. And that's what I'm excited about. Doing little custom. The only thing I want to get is you can buy a personal CNC machine. That means it works just like a 3D printer. You go and type in, like you go on there, you find what you want, like a logo or something, put it in the computer, like flash drive, plug it in, put your plate on, and it cuts it out for you.
Yeah.
So, and perfect too. Like
I worked in a CNC shop for John Deere tractors. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Back in the day. Back in the 90s.
This one, you literally you can pick it up. It only weighs like 60 pounds, but it's got a handle on it. And you can sit it anywhere. And then it self-levels. And you don't even have to program if you really don't want to. You can take and let's say you have a drawing you want cut out in metal. It comes with a pencil and you trace it, and the machine sees that you're tracing it and it copies it.
Nice.
But the bad part is it's made in Canada. And so when you order it, you have to pay shipping, but then you also have to pay an extra $300 for it to go through the Canada border to the U.S.
Yeah, because you've got, customs.
Yeah. Yep. But it's like, I think it's like $1,500.
That's still not too bad.
No, not for the stuff you can make with it. Like, there's 3D printers that easily go past $1,500.
Well, you guys about ready to get up off of here? Because seems to be 2 hour mark.
Before I forget, I do need to talk to you afterwards, just real quick about Twitch.
Yeah.
Jez had an issue with, he played a 6-hour game on Twitch, uploaded it, and never happened. So I wanted to make sure. But yeah, man. Let's wrap her up.
Yep. All right. Down below is all of our links. Check them out. Coffee and Gaming will be pre-recorded tomorrow at 7 a.m. I'm busy. Tommy's busy. And unfortunately, the next 3, tomorrow, next Saturday, and the following Saturday will all be pre-recorded. So yeah, follow our links. Check us out. Adam, you got anything you need to plug?
Just these holes, baby. But no, I'm good, man. You guys have a good night, and thanks for coming and playing. And
guess what, motherfucker?
It's your fault, Tommy. Oh,
Damn
right.
All right, y'all. Have a good night. Don't forget.
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.